What's up, my dudes? Okay, so before I even get into this video right here, when I was actually making this video, I went in there and kept saying Roczen was docked 4 positions, okay, which in a nutshell he basically did, but let me just explain this because it's kind of weird how they actually worded this, so for all of you fact checkers out there, right? So technically, Roczen actually lost 2 positions worth of points plus 2 points, not just 4 positions, right? It's kind of weird how they do their, like, how they dock people for jumping on the red flag. Really bizarre how they do that, but I just wanted to clarify that before some of you guys try to shoot me down, right? So he technically got to keep his 5th place finish, but he got docked for 2 positions worth of points, and then an extra 2 points, which equaled out to 4 points, which in a nutshell is basically the same difference as him being docked 4 positions because he didn't finish within the, like that podium position spot where you get, the points start to get more than just plus 1 point every position. So, like, obviously for first, you're getting like an extra 2 or 3 points. For second, you're getting like an extra 2 points. And then once you get out of that podium position spot, it's just 1 point. So, in a nutshell, he basically got docked 4 positions, but I just wanted to clarify that, right? And on top of that, in this video, I kept talking about how Roczen and Anderson was the ones that got docked here, but also Vince Freezy, however you want to say it, and Martin Davalos also got docked as well. So just wanted to throw that in there as well. There's actually 4 people that got docked for the same red flag, jumping on the red flag situation in this race here. But either way, Ken Roczen docked 4 positions in the Houston Round 2 Supercross race that we just had. So some of you guys might be a little confused on, why Barsha is still leading the points and things of that nature. You don't really know what happened. So all this information just came out on some of these different motocross news outlets. I didn't even actually realize this happened. And I watched the race, so I'm sure there's quite a few of you guys that didn't really see this or whatever, so I just wanted to come in here and talk about this, kind of let you know what's going down. So apparently, Roczen and Jason Anderson have both been docked 4 positions because of jumping on a red cross flag, right? You guys know the whole rule on that. If you jump on a red cross flag, you literally pretty much get absolutely screwed as far as, positions at the end because they will dock your ass, dog, like big time. So apparently that happened at some point in the race. I don't remember seeing it. Of course, I was a couple of brewskis deep. I mean, let's not be joking around right now. But, so, I don't really remember seeing that. It must have been either when Sexton went down in the front and they may have had a red cross flag out then. I don't really know exactly, but at some point, apparently, Roczen and Anderson jumped on the red cross flag. Really bizarre. So, instead of Roczen getting, like, the points he was supposed to get for a 4th or whatever it was, he ended up getting the points you would get with getting, like, an 8th place, right? So then that actually ended up putting Barsha is now leading the points, and Roczen's like 5th in the points now. Of course, they're all still really close in points, but just saying that's what happened there. So I don't know. I mean, personally, I think the time that Muscan, jumped the red cross flag, what was that, like a year or 2 ago, when it was like super obvious, you saw him look over, he was out front, the red cross flag was out way ahead of time, he looks over, he sees it, he still jumps on it. Like that kind of situation, yes, that is deserving of a whatever 3-4 position docked position at the end of the race. But I've also seen a bunch of occasions where they'll throw that red cross flag out really quick, or like right out of a corner or something that is not as easy to see, and it's obvious that the rider did not mean to jump on the red cross flag. There's a lot of occasions where it's like, dog, them boys are out there racing, they're going fast. It's hard to see stuff like that when you're not expecting it, and you're in the heat of the race, and all of a sudden you come around a corner and boom, there's a red cross flag. It's like, you know, it's not as easy, I feel like, as what AMA acts like it is to just slam on the brakes and not jump any of the jumps in a whole rhythm, you know. Like, I feel like that's a little harsh for 99.99% of the occasions where somebody accidentally hits one little double on a red cross flag and they didn't even mean to do it, right? Like I said, with the moose skin situation, that was a little different because that was just obvious. I mean, that was obvious. Moose scan saw it, still jumped it, right? But there's also a lot of occasions where it's either right out of a corner, like I'm saying, it's a lot harder to see, and I feel like in those occasions it would be better to do like maybe a 1-position dock instead of a 4 positions docked. Like, that's insane, bro. Like, damn, that seems a little harsh, AMA. That seems a little insane. I mean, I've seen multiple occasions where it's like, you know, some of the guys will accidentally hit a double where it'll be that red cross right out of a corner, or it's like just in a weird area, or it's, you know, you'll have like a bunch of yellow caution flags and all of a sudden there's like, then they start waving the red cross, you know. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of times where it's like, I don't even blame the rider for accidentally jumping on certain red cross flag situations, you know? I don't even blame the rider. It's like, shit, dog, you got to think, like, they don't see the whole track like you're seeing it on TV. They don't see everything. They're down there racing, like, on the track. They're trying to focus in front of themselves, you know, on the track, thinking about what rhythm they need to hit, you know. They're not sitting there laid back on their couch looking at everything around them and, you know, having time to sit there and realize exactly where the red cross flag is and shit, right? But, I mean, I get it, you know, there's a safety, you know, thing to that, right? But at the same time, it's like, holy crap, even the way they designed that Houston Round 2 track where they had basically where everybody would crash in the first corner was like literally one rhythm over from where they all come around on the start. So if anybody wrecks in that first corner, you know, they're going to basically have to put out a red cross flag, like, right there, because everybody's going to be coming around that rhythm. They didn't even design the track around, you know, safety, really, when it comes to that, or they wouldn't even have designed it like that. So it's like, you know, I think it was in one of the heat races where it was like, damn, why in the hell did they design that like that, where they're literally running into the dudes that wrecked in the first corner in the second or third rhythm, you know, before the dudes even have time to get up that wrecked in the first corner, because the rhythm like sweeps directly back around to the first corner area right off the bat, right? They really need to design that a little better, keep that in mind on their track designs in the future. But either way, so, and apparently, if you guys didn't know, when Barsha was all pissed off at the end of the race looking down at his bike, apparently his shifter broke and it was stuck in first gear the whole time, apparently. That's kind of what I've heard on that. I don't really know. You guys can let me know in the comments if you heard anything more on that, But yeah, weird-ass race, tons of crashes. Tomac kind of got it handed to him. Cincerillo went down. You know, Sexton went down. Osborne, I'm pretty sure, went down. Like, quite a few dudes went down in the front area. So any one of those kind of crashes could have been this situation where, you know, Roczen Anderson accidentally jumped on the red cross flag. But, like, I promise you, Roczen did not purposely jump on a red cross flag. I promise you, he didn't, bro. Like, period. This was not a Moose Scan 2019 situation or whenever the hell that was. It was not like that at all. I can pretty much almost guarantee you it wasn't like that. Especially if it caught two of them, like two of the guys ended up getting docked. Not only just Roczen, but also Anderson as well. I'm pretty confident that was probably in a weird, right around the corner or some weird area, blind jump area or something, where it was like either the red cross like popped up all of a sudden and they didn't even have time to stop, or, you know, something like that. It's kind of what I'm thinking in my head happened in this situation, but I don't know. I feel like that's a little harsh, man, for something that's not even your fault, you know? It ain't Roczen's fault somebody crashed, and there he is getting a 4-position dock for something that wasn't even his fault, you know? I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like, if it's obvious in the Moose Scan situation, cool. Give him a 4-position dock. But if it's not that obvious, it needs to be more like a 1-position dock, in my opinion. That would make a little more sense on it. But, so, either way, I just wanted to come here and let you guys know on that. that's what happened in the race if you didn't catch it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy these Supercross news videos. Always fun to go in there and talk about the race after it happened. And yeah, Tomac came out with the win. That's definitely good for him. I still don't think he's going to win the title. I think he's going to come out and get a couple more wins, like probably 3 or 4 more wins, but I feel like it's still going to be either Cincerillo, Osborne, or Webb, like I said in my predictions. I mean, Roczen's going to be up in there for sure, but I don't necessarily think he's going to... I don't know. I mean, he's looking good for the title, but I still think you're going to see... Everything's going to change once you get that mid-season point, you know? Everything starts to change. Your Barcias start to fall off. Your real title contenders start to show through, and I think that's really when you're going to start seeing Webb, Cincerillo, Osborne start really clicking off the good results, is when that all comes around at mid-season point. So we'll see kind of how it goes once we get to there, but either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, bros.